Ayo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. Let me remind you why you should never get into an argument with your choir director at church. Source, can you please play that clip?
We welcome you to attend any and all worship services here at Cosmopolitan Church of Prayer.
That is officially my favorite choir director of all time. Now, check this out. Depending on how much of a Beyonce fan you are, you may or may not know this, but during every Renaissance concert, Beyonce does the mute challenge, and she requests for a brief moment of silence from the entire audience during her performance of Energy. Well, during her last show in Houston, Beyonce asked for the crowd to be quiet, and one fan just couldn't contain their enthusiasm, so they shouted woo, and as soon as that woo came flying out their mouth, another fan took matters into their own hands and slapped that woo right back into their mouth, while saying, "Shut the cuff up." Check this out. Wow, I mean that right there is ridiculous. I mean, how you gonna slap somebody because they said woo at a concert? I mean, I understand that y'all paid mad money for those tickets just to take that moment of silence, but I mean, you can't be slapping somebody because they didn't explicitly follow Beyonce's directions. And I get it. Some people take that moment of silence very seriously. I mean, they were at home practicing for months. Like, look, as soon as Beyonce say this, I'ma shut my mouth. I'ma be quiet. I mean, they don't even want to hear like a mouse eating a piece of cheese in the corner when Beyonce says be quiet. But that doesn't mean that you could put your paws on people. Look, let me know what you would do if you were at the Beyonce concert and you said woo and somebody turned around and slapped you. Let me know what you would do in the comments. Now, peep this. The other day, Offset did a very awkward interview with comedian Bobbi Althoff, in which he pretends not to know who the heck Offset is, and he appears to be equally confused. Now, after previews of the interview dropped, many people, including journalist Jemele weren't feeling the vibe. When discussing the interview/skit, Jemele said, quote, "I don't find these types of interviews particularly enjoyable or interesting. Instead, it sadly points out to how real hip-hop journalism has been practically erased. Some of the media teams behind these artists aren't interested in them sitting down with credible people who know how to tell stories and do quality interviews. Then, they wonder why an artist's real story goes untold, neglected, or the artist is misunderstood." End quote. Source, really quick, can you show that clip so that everybody out there knows what the heck we're talking about right now?
You do. That's the question.
I interview people.
Why?
Because I want to get to know them.
Why do you want to get to know me?
I didn't.
You did.
Your team reached out to mine.
Don't cap. Let's not cap about that. Let's not flex for the gram. Uh-oh. CAP. Flag on the play. Cap.
What was that? Are you trying to make a song right now?
No, it was cap.
Okay. I honestly don't know how this came about. I'm not going to lie to you.
Me either.
Okay. Well, my team could have reached out to yours. I'm not going to. I don't want to make you look bad.
They had to show me who Bobby was. I thought they were talking about Bobby Boucher.
Never heard of Offset.
The water? Yes, you have.
have not. I Googled
Damn.
you on the way here, and I read something about you.
I had to go on TikTok. I couldn't even Google you.
Thank you.
I had to go TikTok search. I couldn't Google you. Google's not there yet. You're not there yet. But you'll be there. But you're on TikTok.
I mean, I understand her brand of comedy, and I understand the shtick. What I don't understand is why all of these black men are running to her platform. I mean, is it simply to get the bag? If that's the case, she's just gonna turn around and become a female Vlad. And all of the black hip-hop artists are gonna run to like her platform, and she's gonna get paid off of hip-hop culture. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a little fun, but like Jemele Hill just said, a lot of these artists better start thinking about their own legacies and the legacy of hip-hop culture. It pains me to see that these little white chicks are getting paid off of hip-hop, but yet Ralph McDaniels is not a millionaire. And for all you out there who don't know who Ralph McDaniels is, Ralph McDaniels basically set off hip-hop journalism when he started Video Music Box. But no, we don't support people like Ralph McDaniels and Fab Five Freddy. I mean, these dudes are still out here living paycheck to paycheck, while these people like Vlad and Bobbi, whatever her name is, are gonna turn around and become millionaires off of hip-hop culture. I mean, for real, it really is sad that some of the founders of hip-hop are running around here broke while these other people are getting paid by treating hip-hop like a joke. Man, listen, let me know what you think about what Jemele Hill said in the comments. Do you believe that real hip-hop journalism has been erased? Let me know what you think in the comments. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now, check this out. We want to send our condolences out to the family of 8 Mile star Nashawn Breedlove, who played Lotto Ox and also battled Eminem in the movie. 46-year-old Nashawn died at home in his sleep on Sunday, and as of now, we don't know the cause of death. In a brief statement, Nashawn's mother said, quote, "It's with a heavy heart that I share the news of my beloved son Nashawn Breedlove's passing. Nashawn was a rapper, singer, songwriter, and actor. No one could deny his talent. Nashawn's departure from this world has left an immense void in my life, one that words cannot fully express. I can't put into words the pain and hurt that I feel." End quote. Listen, this is just so sad. And look, I'm not going to speculate on what happened to Nashawn because I really don't know his cause of death. But I will say this, 46 years old is way too young to leave this earth. So I admonish everyone out there, go schedule a checkup to see your doctor. I mean, listen, none of us are like immortal and none of us are like immune to like any types of diseases and all types of stuff. So you gotta consistently get yourself checked out. And listen, I can't speak for everybody else, but I want you to be around for a very long time. And I know there's somebody out there who's like, sauce, I can't afford no health insurance, so I can't afford to go to the doctor. Bruh, take that money that you getting ready to spend on like them 10 dime bags this week and take your black behind down to the urgent care clinic immediately. Now, peep this. The other night, Drake was in Atlanta, and after he finished performing in the club, he proclaimed with sovereign authority that Atlanta is the most important place in rap music. Check this out.
Where would any of us be without Atlanta? All the love that you show, all the musicians that you birth, all the contributions that you give. This is hands down the most important place in rap music. You should be very proud of yourselves. I know me, all the artists that I've done the greatest work with, all the artists that I love, all the artists that inspire me, majority of them come from right here in Atlanta. So y'all make some noise for yourself tonight. We celebrating you.
What in the world is Drake talking about? New York is and forever will be the most important place in rap music. Now, don't get me wrong, at this particular zeitgeist, which means the spirit of the times, Atlanta is extremely important, but it's never gonna be the most important place in hip-hop. See, what a lot of these young rappers need to understand is that even though something is the hot spot now, or has been for like the last 10 years, hip-hop is more than a decade long. So if you're gonna proclaim that a place is the epicenter of hip-hop, is the most important place in rap, you better look at the whole history of rap and not just like the 10 seconds that you've been in it. Listen, let me know what you think about Drake proclaiming that Atlanta is the most important place in rap. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Now, on a more serious note, a number of whites-only posters have been sighted in Vancouver, Canada. One particular poster said, quote, "Are you looking for somewhere your children can play with others that look like them? Are they tired of being a minority in their schools or daycares? Escape forced diversity and join other proud parents of European children as we create an atmosphere in which our kids can feel like they belong. Invest in your child's sense of well-being and racial identity by giving them the gift of time spent amongst their own people because they deserve it." End quote. Now, you gotta understand, this wasn't one or two posters. According to authorities, over 62,000 posters were posted in various suburban areas. Needless to say, that after the news of the racist whites-only mom and tot signs began to circulate online, most sane people condemned the group that posted them. Listen, let me tell you something. Those darn posters better not cross the border, because I don't have time in this day and age to be dealing with no Jim Crow segregation. Plessy versus Ferguson legally codified separate but equal in 1896, and Brown versus Education ended that mess in 1954. I'm telling you, I better not walk up to a store and see no sign that says whites only, because you know what's gonna happen. I'ma turn around and own that store. And let me say this, you do your children a disservice when you try to isolate and segregate them from diversity, because multiculturalism is important. But with that being said, did you know that studies show that a lot of white people have never ever interacted with black people, and the most that they know about us is what they have seen on the news or on the Cosby Show? It's a real fact. Look it up. I did a paper on it in college. So this leads me to believe that most racist white people have never ever really spent time with black people. And I also believe that if those same racists ever did spend time with black people, they would never want to stop spending time with black people, because my people are a beautiful people. And you know what? Let me give a little advice to the racists out there. Just go have a conversation with some black people. And you know what? You'll never be the same again. Because what you will learn, if you're really open to learning, is that you are a human and we are humans too. Listen, let me know what you think about these whites-only posters circulating in Vancouver. And you know something? Since I opened this show with a little church, I think that I should close it with a little church too. Check this out.
Right quick. I think back on the African American people in America. I think how that they were taken against their wills, put in the belly of ships, brought over here, beat, cussed. Many of them died in the guts of those ships, thrown overboard. They were pulled from families over there. You ain't never heard a gut-wrenching song. Do you hear a black person sing one of those old black Negro spirituals? Nobody knows. I can't sing it like that, see, because I hadn't experienced what they be. When you've experienced hell, it comes out of the voice. I said, when you experience hell, it comes out of the voice. If you're one of those people that you got problem with black people or whatever, you better shut your mouth, because they're God's people. You better hear what I'm saying to you. You better shut your white mouth. You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you.
I know all of those people were like sitting in the pews like, this is not what I came to church for. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.